Hey everybody, Scorpion here. So we're gonna, my brain quit, stand by. We're gonna take a look at the difference between SATA and non-SATA hard drive boards. So this is a hard drive board, and I actually just figured this out. So we all know I'm a little slow, so bear with me there. But there's no telling how many of these I've sent off as a SATA board when it was actually a non-SATA. And I just didn't look close enough to be able to tell the difference. So we're going to take a look at these and exactly what I'm talking about that I just figured out, so everybody knows, and we're going to take it from there. So this should be some good information. As y'all know, the non-SATAs are worth more money than the SATAs, and you don't run across that many non-SATA boards compared to SATA boards, so you want to make sure you catch them when you do come across them. So y'all stick around and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright, so this is going to be a SATA hard drive board. This is going to be the small ones, which is off your, your laptop hard drives, okay? So as you can see, it's flat. It's got the plug in there, but it's flat. Alright, it's not gold on both sides. It's not little pins like this here. It's going to be this type of pin that's flat, and that makes it a SATA board. So hopefully y'all can see the plug in there. Alright, so that's what it looks like. So your non-SATA looks like this. So I'm going to put this up here. You see all those pins going across there? That's non-SATA. So it's going to be 2 rows of pins. You can see gold all the way around. That makes it non-SATA. So this is a higher board, or higher grade. You get paid more for this than you do this. So that's kind of your first thing, okay? And your desktop hard drives are the same as these. There's no real difference, but this is the mechanical hard drives now. A lot of stuff is going to solid state. That's a whole different ball game. Doesn't even fall in the same category. But SATA, non-SATA. All these pins is non-SATA, and then you've got the one side you can see gold. That makes it a SATA, and it's just the connection type is really all it's talking about. That's a SATA connection, and that's not a SATA connection, and that's how you get SATA and non-SATA. So don't let it confuse you. It's pretty easy. If you go to board sort, you'll see there's 2 different categories. There's 2 different pay rates, all based off of the plug-in. That's it. Now, I'd never paid that much attention before. I'd seen, boards like this and figured it was a SATA connection, even though it had pins on both sides. It's not the round pins, so I figured it was a SATA connection. So I threw them in the SATA stack, but that plug comes off of it. That's just a plug. It's actually a non-SATA board, so it goes in that higher class. And I actually just figured this out a minute ago when I stopped making the video before this. I looked at it and I was like, oh wow, that comes right off of there. That's actually a SATA board, or I mean a non-SATA board. That's a higher, paying grade. So, and there's different plugs. So this one actually plugs into the board, like this, and something else plugs into it. This one plugs into the board like this, and it plugs into something else instead of something plugging into it. I wonder if these 2 fit together. Kind of looks like they do. So there's a male and female ends that could be found on those. And then there's this one. So this is a plug. That's on a SATA though. But still, take that plug off. 25 cents a pound. Gold ends or gold plugs. So all these can go in as that, or you can send it to somebody to refine it. That's quite a bit of gold plating in these, and it may be worth taking and refining. So, you know, there's quite a difference there. Just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. So SATA, NONSATA, SATA, NONSATA. So out of all the drives I had, and I had a pretty good stack of them, just to give you a comparison, normally, you know, here's your SATA boards. I'm sorry, here's your non-SATA boards. It's a total of 5. And here's all your non-SATA. So yeah, there's a big difference in between how many non-SATA you find and how many SATA you find. So you want to make sure you catch all those SATAs that you can to get that extra money. Again, this isn't a whole lot of weight. It's probably maybe 2 pounds. But it adds up, and it doesn't take that long. It's something you can do in quiet time, or, I mean, it's a nice way for me to relax. That's how I see them, and that's how I like doing it. Doing this stuff is relaxing to me. It's worth more than the money. So don't get me wrong, the money does definitely help out. But it's just something relaxing to do to me. So I enjoy doing it. I'd probably pretty sure I'd do it even if I didn't get anything for the stuff. So, and besides that, we're saving the environment. Instead of this stuff hitting the trash and going to the landfill, and we losing the gold, platinum, palladium, silver, and anything else that may be in these, sitting in the ground rotting, you know, before long, we're going to end up having to dig our landfills back up to get these precious metals back, because we're going to end up using it all. Especially if you look at the charts and how much we're using, it's increasing every year. So, but yeah, that's the difference between SATA and non-SATA. It doesn't have anything to do with anything except for the plug. That's it. That's all it's asking about. That's all it's talking about. So, one last time. Non-SATA plugs look like this. Your SATA plugs look like this. That's it. That's all it's talking about. It's not as complicated as you think it might be. I had to find that out the hard way. And as I showed y'all today, I just found out something new too. So just because I've been doing it for a while does not mean I know everything. That's just something that has slipped by me through all these years. And there's all kinds of different plugs on the back underneath those boards that has gold in them, different shapes, different sizes, different configurations. So if that's something you want to go after, if you have a refiner that will refine that for you, peel that stuff off. It all adds up. We'll see y'all next time.